Hi everybody, my name's Nairi. I run an adoption support channel which gives tips, advice, shares my stories. If you think that could be useful, then please take the time to subscribe. But today I'm going to run through with you some support and help for lockdown. I think for many of us in the UK, we kind of feel here we go again. And I'm sure there are those of you across the world who are still experiencing some significant restrictions, which means that you are limited with your opportunities about what you can do with your children. Your freedom has been limited, and this can mean some quite strained family relationships. So I just want to take you through this video. I'm going to divide it into three parts. The first part is just literally to give you ideas that you can do with your children together that can be quite therapeutic, both in the way of a sensory experience and something that builds a bond with you. The second part of the video will go through some boundaries, if you like, that I think all of us need to put in place at home. And finally, some pure opportunities for bonding. Just simply having lots of Lego and building structures and ideas together. Making Play-Doh from scratch and then playing with it using lots of smells and colour within the Play-Doh. Making simple biscuits and fairy cakes where your children actually can get very, very involved in the baking. Sponge painting, so old sponge of any type of paint where you can dip a sponge in and just get some wallpaper, old wallpaper or paper, and have some fun with it. Having lots of old magazines which you've got laying around, cutting out lots of collages and pictures, playing shops with real fruit and veg and making price labels, having fun with real money. Having some dolls that you can bath in water, use extra bubbles, get brushes and towels and talcum powder and all the extended play that you can use with dolls. Play vets by using old cardboard boxes, so if you're ordering stuff online. So use cardboard boxes to put animals inside, not real animals, or fluffy teddies or animal figurines, and pretend to be vets with dogs in crates and examining them, etc. The beauty parlour, using old makeup, moisturisers and nail varnish on each other. Anything tactile that uses creams and moisturisers, children generally respond well to. We're going to look at some significant things that could make the difference between good days and bad days. You need time apart and time together. So you need to have sections in a day when you're saying, this is my time to be on my own and this is my time to be with you. Time to be creative or doing, so that could be the schoolwork, but also time to relax. So I find with my children, they really like to be on the go all the time, but that's not possible, particularly when you're in the home a lot. So you're going to be saying to them, no, this is time to do, and now's time just to relax together. And finally, this is my space and this is your space. This is something we struggle with in our home. However small your house is, make sure that you have a space that as an adult is just really your space. And you can say, no, this is where I'm going to be now and you need to be somewhere else. And the other thing is, as well, as if you have siblings, they need time together, but they also need time apart. So the last part of my video really focuses on how you can use lockdown to be an essential part of your bonding experience. With the bonding situation, I think it's easy for each day to roll into one. So what I'm suggesting to myself as well as you guys is you start the beginning of the day with the opportunity to have a hug, to have a little bit of fun, and to make light of the situation, because children get scared about lockdown just as much as we do. So start the day with some really nice affection. Try to allow them to have participation in the things that you would normally do at home that they wouldn't be involved with. So things like helping you with the cooking, even the laundry and chores around the house. I think because it gives them a sense of belonging to the home, whereas normally if they were at school or they were outside of the home, they'd have their own sense of belonging. It's going to be important to give them that sense of belonging at home as well. I think a good idea could be to make a very simple lockdown diary where as a family or individuals you record daily what you were doing. It could just be a sentence that you do with your child, or they could do it on their own, where they say the best thing about today is this is what we've done. So you kind of got a record of what you did over the next 6-8 weeks, however long things take to get back to normal. And finally, guys, I think this is an opportunity for us that we can either run away from or we can embrace, because we've been here before in the UK, and those of you across the world who are still experiencing quite rigid restrictions, There's a time to build our relationship with our children in a way that we haven't been able to do before. And even though it's really difficult, and even though they might drive us crazy sometimes, it's a way of finding a new way of life that is very much within the house. And I think that if we can come to it positively, then potentially we can actually get more out of this.